Hi there. This is a song I wrote for anyone wondering what the heck permaculture is. I hope you enjoy. Permaculture design, just finished up my course. Wanna take it home, take the world on a tour de force of fruits and trees, flowers and bees, sprouts and seeds, enough for you and me. First come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people, then each his fair share of it. Design for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody else. Yeah, principle one, observe and interact, or you won't get far, man, that is just a fact. Principle two, capture and store energy. Put the water in the ground instead of washing out the sea. Principle three is often so tasty. It's obtain a yield no matter what you grow. It got to eat, to work, to live, to make it worth all the hoeing. Principle four, I keep you on track, self-regulate and accept feedback. By that I mean you got to know that things change. Don't be afraid to learn from nature's ways. Because first come the earth, yeah, you got to take care of it. Then come the people and each his fair share of it. Design for the earth and you design for yourself. Help design a world better for you and everybody else. Principle five, it's better to be renewable. Hydroelectric, solar power, it's super doable. You don't need a tractor if you got a horse. If you got two hands, you don't need brute force. Principle six, waste is an illusion. Nature recycles all while we waste time in confusion. Principle seven, design for power.
This group here,
What?
quite a bit of people, like a quarter of the group. Awesome. So we're like covering the Tri-County area from like Fort Pierce all the way down to Key West and a few others on the outskirts. Yeah, yeah. There's a good 4 or 5 million people, right? That's actually so we have a lot of work to do. I'm with Permaculture Miami, so our organization down there. Thanks, Norm. And on the site there's a link, and I've been trying to collect like, everything that's happening in the Tri-County area on the links page. But we'll definitely mention a few. We have some really cool people that joined us today, like Erica from Farm Fresh. She runs a co-op. They have 500 members, so those who are growing food here, she'll buy all of it. Whatever you're growing, she wants it. She wants local food. So please come and see her. We have David and Jason and a few other people who are doing a project of 5 acres. They're just starting out. They have an investment for it. And they're going to do full-on permaculture. That's in Davie. Yes, sir. Yeah, fantastic project. Looking for interns, looking for people to help out. Of course, I have a design course that begins next weekend on the 19th. Information is here. And there's another course I heard happening in Fort Lauderdale with Tarabella.
Tarabella, yeah. Tarabella.
Yes?
Yeah.
It starts when?
It's hard to pronounce.
Starts in May.
Hard to.
I'm very happy to see that this is expanding out. We have a lot of co-ops and inner city farms that are listed on the earth-learning.org website. They have a very extensive map that maps out South Florida and shows all of those projects, and they're continuing to add to it. So if there's projects that are not on there, please list them so we can see that. And then all the projects that were listed, I'm hoping we can converge and share that on the website, right? Okay, awesome.
We have Priscilla from Proto Earth. They mix mainstream media with permaculture and sustainability ideas.
She has brought her calendar, Ladies of Manure. You gotta check it out. It's like wild. It's so wild. Beautiful naked ladies in manure. It's awesome.
We have Homestead. They're starting a project of 1 acre of land called New Horizons. We have Sebastian with Gray Mockingbird, which is a community garden in Boynton Beach. Then we have Keisha and Jason with evolvermiami.org, and they're basically bringing permaculture ideas to the community at large. We have the Rotary Coral Springs Community Garden, Convergence, Plastic Trout, you want to
have Cheryl over here, who's actually, one of the coordinators of this convergence. Please give her a round of applause.
Then we have Earth and Us, which is where the first permaculture class will take place.
Earth and Us Farm, super cool place. If you've been in Miami, that's one of the stops. Okay, you gotta stop in there.
You gotta go there.
This gentleman, he named Ray Chester, about 30 years ago. He kind of started buying up the houses in this like half a block area in the middle of a very poor community. It started getting worse and worse, and so he bought the homes around and then devised this little plan behind the homes. All the fences are down. They have 3-story tree houses and cottages and animals and like big canopy. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You have to go. It's right in the city of Miami. Only person that can do it too. Grandfathered in. Nobody else can do this. Earth and Us Farm.
Then we've got Mike and Joshua in the Redlands. They're transforming their property to permaculture as well as trying to restore it Florida Everglades. Then we've got Paradise Farms and
There's a number of organic farms, Paradise Farms, Glacier Farms. There's organic farms in the Redlands. I'm a part of a CSA. There's about 3 or 4 CSAs coming out of South Florida. The one I'm with is Tina's Pride. And
then we've got Tatiana
so
with
much going on.
Earthworks Advocates. Does Tatiana want to mention anything on that?
Yes, we just recently studied with Marcos, and we started non-profit organization to teach immediately what we learn to the younger people, schools, community gardens, businesses, so spread the word around.
Okay, and then we've got Adina with manuredepot.com. And that's all the notes I've got. If I missed you, I'm sorry.
yeah, there's many things. So I did mention like earth-learning.org. They have the information on all the locations and all what's going on, because there's so much to mention in that 5-6 million people region that we're trying to cover here. So please, anytime you're down in South Florida, give me a contact or give a contact to any of us, and we'd love to have you and love to share with you what's going on. Many suburban projects that I've designed and worked with, and there's so many things happening. So please come on by. Oh yeah, and speaking of the greenest city, Miami and Broward, they're all trying to do the same thing. We actually have the greenest LEED certified home in the world. It's in South Beach. It's on the beach, and not permaculture, but it's the greenest LEED certified home in the world. I mean, the greenest home in the world is like, a little hut in India. It's cool to check out if you ever get a chance to get down to South Beach. That's it. Thank you so much.
Big Cypress Basin, and we have a small group of us here. There's a decent sized movement, but only a few of us are here today representing it. We have some folks here from Port Charlotte, which is the northern and a little bit outside of the Big Cypress Basin, but still in the Southwest Florida area. And they're interested in setting up time banking and a transition movement, and they're working on food forests set up at their property and their homestead there. I'm here with myself and my partner Erica representing Florida Edible Landscaping, and we're a permaculture design, education, and consultation group out of Estero, Florida. And we worked on everything from homes to sustainable farms. We're working on a 20-acre holistic healing retreat right now. We designed a food forest for them down in Bonita Springs. Right now we're starting out with a bunch of classes, so we're getting into the education component as well. We live at Xanadu, Erica, Kelly, Walsh, and myself. That's our food forest in Estero. We have over 200 varieties of useful and edible plants there, and many more coming on. The FGCU Food Forest, huge project. It's one of the first major permaculture food forests at a university in Florida here, and it's Kelly Walsh is the director, the farm director there right now. Erica Clough is the designer of this project. She's here, and that's a half-acre food forest with hundreds of varieties coming on here in the spring. We're planting a bunch more stuff at the university. It's open to the public to come check out. It's a great thing to see. It's completely student-run, completely student-funded, and they went through a lot of work, starting with me when I was there years ago at the university, helping set this up. Kelly and Erica are a great resource to talk to if any of you are at universities and want to work within the system to set something up like this. So,
which university was this?
This is Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers. So they also this year taught their first permaculture design course at the university. So 4 credits. It could also be taken by community members as well. That was hosted by Jerry Siegel, including a bunch of different guest speakers. Eric Clough was involved with that as well as myself. And there was a bunch of different demonstrations and community speakers coming in as well. And the last thing I want to mention is, or one of the last things, Erica Clough, Kelly Walsh, Sebastian Church, and Tia Meir are working on right now a permaculture leadership training. So it's going to be one of the first things of its kind based off of a thing called SPROG, which is based on a Sierra Club student leadership training. But right now the idea is to get people interested in permaculture and go over some of these ways to work within the system to really get a lot of this stuff done on the university level or community level. So that's the permaculture leadership training. Get with any of them to learn more about that. And I just wanted to point out, I was talking to Andy about it here a minute ago, Echo Farms is also in our area. That's one of the reasons I got into learning about permaculture. We're a small region there in Southwest Florida, but we have quite a few little projects going on. And also, come down, check out Echo Farms, check out the FGCU Food Forest, Xanadu, some of these other projects going on. We'd love to have you down.
Things that are going on just in the local food movement in Sarasota. So I'm going to give you a website, eatlocalsarasota.com. We have over 140 businesses and organizations that are involved in our local food system in Manatee, Charlotte, DeSoto, and Sarasota counties. A few highlights of that. One is the Slow Food Group, Slow Food Greater Sarasota, and particularly their Edible School Gardens campaign. And reaching far beyond Sarasota, Jane is going to be doing a talk at the National Montessori Conference about edible school gardens coming up shortly. Also, we have Andy Firk here from Bamboo Grove in Arcadia. Homestead, over 200 different species of fruit trees. We also, one of the greatest things that happened last year was the Crowley Folk School got started. They're having multiple workshops out there every week. Everything from how to grow your food to blacksmithing, all the kind of old school skills that we need to relearn now. Suncoast Food Alliance is a great organization connecting restaurants with local farms. Peter Burkhardt, organic grower who's been growing in the area for 30 years. Just a total wealth of knowledge. Peter has also written a book about gardening in Southwest Florida called The Real Dirt that you can get on his website. Let's see. And then transition. So I'm the founder of Transition Sarasota. A couple projects that we've been doing. One is our gleaning project, Suncoast Gleaning Project, where we've harvested about 85,000 pounds of local organic produce for our local food bank. We also have an Eat Local Week coming up. It's our 3rd annual. We're going to be bringing Woody Tash down to Sarasota, the founder of the Slow Money movement nationally, about investing in local food systems, and that's going to be the 22nd and 23rd of March. So I hope to see a lot of you there. This is an innovative thing that's coming to Florida. We need additional capital to make these things happen, and Slow Money is the answer to that. We have someone in our group, Claudia, who is going to help reinvigorate the Sarasota Permaculture Meetup group. Occasionally we have permaculture design courses down our way. Corey's done one, as has Ken Benway. And the transition movement is starting to spread. Transition Venice got started early last year. They're already doing great things with backyard fruit tree gleaning, and they are working with the city of Venice to establish the first food forest in that area. And I just want to make a quick plug at the end here. I am a Transition US trainer, as is Mario Yanez in Miami with Earth Learning, as is Rebecca Blanco in Tampa with The Bridge. And if anybody's interested in going through the 2-day training, please come up to me. We'll I'll do it wherever there's demand for it. So let me know if you're interested in learning how to set up and run a transition initiative. And who has been to that 2-day training? Okay, so you can talk to these folks if you have any questions about that. Anything else that I missed?
Can I just mention Johnny Papaya?
Johnny
For all you
Papaya.
greenhorn permies, this dude, 30 years, has been growing a permaculture food forest. He doesn't know the word permaculture, but he lives it. So if anybody wants to come out to Bamboo Grove, we got a free guest room. It costs you a hug. I can give you a tour of either Echo for free or Johnny Papaya's place for free. And I also go all over the state. Anybody who wants wild edible plant and herb walks, come to me. I'll come anywhere. I just got a truck finally. So we've found 850 different edible and medicinal plants, and we just, in our workshops, we've already eaten meals, mostly raw food vegan meals, with 250 of them. So come to me, come to you.